Before we get to the Raw after WrestleMania, there were a few things I wanted to touch on. One of them is this. Karrion Kross did an interview starting in character and quickly devolving into something. This is my favorite picture of all time because poor Scarlett, you could see her freaking out during this interview where like there was this moment where she's like in character and like 2 minutes in she just looks at him and she's like, what the fuck? And it's this face exactly where she's terrified. Like, did you just cost us our jobs? And I have the exact quote here. So he starts off talking about, let's talk about how awesome Logan Paul just won. It is that Logan Paul just won. Let's talk about what Logan Paul represents, the shortcut. Feels so good to be here. Feels so good to be in the business. Thinking about all the funerals I wasn't able to attend, all the holidays I missed over the last 11 years. You know, I could have just started a YouTube channel. Just jumped right in, did it myself. Feels good, right? It's awesome. It's really good. Well, now, because they're normal human beings who actually love professional wrestling, but apparently that doesn't mean shit anymore. It doesn't mean shit. All I asked Alan to do, Alan is an AJ Styles, was for once to not think about just himself, to think about everybody in the back, to think about all the professional wrestling fans. That's all I wanted. Sometimes to do the right thing, you have to do the wrong thing. But he's just the narcissist. He had to do it his way. Hey, Alan, how many more WrestleManias do you have left in you? One? Maybe this was your last one, and you just pissed it away. For what? For your way? Thanks a lot, bud. I really appreciate it. This is where his essential in-character response to this to further his storyline with AJ Styles and to clap back as to why he was there at WrestleMania, why he was supporting AJ, and why he hated Logan Paul and why he wanted AJ to win. Everything made sense, everything clicked. And then he went off script with this. You want to know the best advice I ever got? It was from Bill Goldberg. And every time I hear the name Bill Goldberg, I can't help but think about Bret Hart. Because Bret Hart's the only one who says Bill Goldberg. 2021, back when I was in the Twilight Zone, wrestling for gasoline money. It was awesome. Let me tell you about it. Bill goes, hey, Kross, you remind me a lot of me. And I said, I think we have different styles, Bill, but I appreciate that. Got any advice? He said, yeah, just be a good soldier. So I decided to be a good soldier. You know what happens? They released me. And when I came back, you know what being a good soldier gets you? Let me clue you in so you get the back scoop. Being a good soldier gets your time cut. Being a good soldier means people come up to you and say, hey, got any great ideas? You bring them something amazing, something from Scarlett. And they say, no, that's just a little too great. We're looking for good ideas. That's for those guys over there. Being a good soldier is coming back to your hometown where you cut your teeth and not even being booked on the card. It's all about viral moments now. That's what it's about. Viral moments. Everybody's been telling me you got to become undeniable. And as soon as it happens, they ignore it. They shut it down. I never asked to wrestle Randy. That happened organically. And you ignored it for a viral moment. Nothing against Joe. Good on him, but you ignored it. And the crowd told you exactly how they felt about me on SmackDown when I got eliminated. And you ignored it. Become undeniable. My ass, my ass. You want a viral moment? On behalf of all the true fans of professional wrestling, hey, guy in the suit and tie in the truck, go fuck yourself. That's from Killer Kross. No, fuck it. And then he stormed off the set of the interview. Thoughts on this, Miss Destiny Diamond?
He's so freaking good. I have been a fan of his since before he even came to WWE. And every time he gets shoved down the card, every time he doesn't get booked, every time he gets eliminated way too freaking early, I can't even tell you how pissed I was when he got eliminated on Friday. I don't watch SmackDown. I was watching this one. And seeing him get eliminated, he was my pick to win it all for obvious freaking reasons. Look at the man. And look at his work. It speaks for itself. This man has been carrying this company. I said it last podcast. He is carrying the story of WrestleMania on his freaking back. AJ and Logan did nothing to further their story. It was all Kross. And I'm so happy that he got this because all they care about is viral moments. He got his viral moment. And that is what this man right here deserves. I'm ready to see them pull the trigger and not pull out the release papers. It's time to strap the rocket to this man and his amazing wife/manager, because Scarlett is one of the most talented women in wrestling, not just in WWE, but we have yet to see her lace up the boots and put on a proper match of any kind. I'm sick and tired of seeing these two on the back burner. It's time to pull the trigger on both of them.
Adam Cole feuded with Karrion Kross in NXT. And he delivered a promo which I think has been haunting Karrion Kross ever since. Because Adam, essentially his promo cut down to they give you everything. They as in them in the back in NXT, those in charge. He said they give you the cool music. They give you the pretty girl to accompany you. They give you everything to make you feel special. And you know what they do to make Adam Cole feel special? They ring the freaking bell. And ever since then, Karrion Kross has felt just like that. Like, he has all the theatrics behind him, but the man himself was not that interesting to... It was like they were doctoring up a man who didn't deserve to be doctored up to just be at the level of a superstar, when if you doctored up someone who was already a superstar, they would be a megastar. And he's been struggling to try to come back from that ever since. I've heard that brought up so many times in arguments when talking about Karrion Kross. And this, to me, is the first time he really feels... Because I like Karrion. I always have. Yeah. But there was a lot of points in the fact that he does have a lot of pomp and circumstance around him, and he doesn't capitalize on that in the ring. And I think this man right here, right now, we could be looking at a Drew McIntyre level star in 3 or 4 years' time if you get that ball behind him. Because he is in that upper echelon of talented superstars. But you have to give him something to sink his teeth into. And even just having him in the background of segments, he's been stealing the show. Not speaking words. Just when he's backstage, people are losing their minds on Twitter. Like, oh, there's Karrion. Oh, Karrion's watching. Oh, Karrion's always watching. Oh, look at his hair. Oh, look what he's doing here. And that is all Karrion. And I am so excited to kind of get to see... I think this is a bit of a work more than an actual shoot, more than anything. I think he got carried away with it. I don't think they said, hey, go ahead and say fuck the guy in the suit. I think that was all him, but I do think they said, hey, you have this interview, get your character over and air some grievances. And he went way further than they thought he was going to. But good on him for doing it, because if they don't capitalize on this now, they're really stupid. This man could be a next level star, and I don't think you need to give him a title, because everybody says, you know, you got to push him, you got to push him. Pushing doesn't always involve a title. Pushing just includes prominent television time. You have Raw and you have SmackDown, and I don't know why, but they are so prominent on featuring the same stars across both shows. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns should pick a show, and that is where they're at. And they should not be on both shows for the last half-hour main event segment. I love them. Seth Rollins is one of my all-time favorites. But this is how you build stars, is by you limit them to one brand, and now the other brand has to build stars to make up for that absence. And I get the reason why this happens now is because you have Netflix for Raw and you have USA for SmackDown. And both networks want Seth Rollins. They both want Roman Reigns. They both want Punk. They both want Rhea. They both want Cody. At the end of the day, they should not be able to have all of that. They need to pick and choose here, because it is hurting the overall roster, only being able to push 5 superstars to the top when you should be able to have 10. Because you have that extra time. Stop giving it to the same guys over and over and over again. Hell of an interview here from Karrion.
What is a pipe bomb to a nuke? That is the question that people have been asking in reference to Karrion Kross. Here's to hoping that having the same superstars on both brands ends now that WrestleMania season has come to a close.
Fingers crossed. I am a huge fan of the brand split.
Crossed. Fingers crossed. I get it.
Okay.